Thank you for tuning in to Gloves Off Seattle. Your hosts, Patti and Meagan, will be talking about all things Seattle women's hockey. A huge Pacific Northwest welcome to the PWHL. Gloves Off Seattle! Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.
Gloves Off Seattle.
It's a little harder to do tonight because my voice is a little shaky. It is. It's a little scratchy. A little scratchy. A lot of yelling for an in-person game that we haven't done in a long time. So forgive us. It is Saturday night.
Right after the game.
Well, no,
Well,
it's not. It's
no.
not right after the game. We've lived three lives between the game and now, right now, but mostly that was, being moms and wives and all that kind of stuff, not game lives. So, mm. Anyway, I was like, normally we go in chronological order, but I feel like we need to totally usurp that tonight and start in the place of like love and respect for this team. So
100%.
it was a heartbreaking loss tonight, for a lot of reasons, which we'll talk about, we'll go into, but I really hope that the team felt the love from everyone.
Continues to feel the
Yeah,
love.
and continues to feel the love, and that we are behind you guys. And honestly, for a sunny Saturday afternoon in March, no, April, nay, April, sorry, wrong month. In April, for a game that we just found out was the time like 2 weeks ago, having over 12,000 people, guys. Like, I mean, people who don't live here may not understand this, but like literally people call in sick when it gets sunny outside. Like, it's not even a joke that like we get in such the like humdrums of winter that when the sun starts to come out like it does this time of year, people will literally be like, okay, I'm not gonna go to work. I gotta get outside and get in it. So the fact that we had over 12,000 people show up tonight or today, this afternoon, on probably one of the most beautiful days of 2026 so far is just incredible.
The tribute.
It is a tribute to how much people love this team. And yeah. So let's get into it. Let's start.
Jump.
Let's jump. Let's go back to the beginning, and talk about okay, so we got up to the game early.
We
We
did.
got up to Climate Pledge early because we did pregame together, which is so odd. We haven't done this together in such a long time because of
I
this, that, or the
didn't get
other.
our warm-ups though. I didn't do the pre, but we were
Oh
both
yeah, we were
there.
both there. That's
Yeah,
true.
but then
So
I left.
you left. Yeah, and I haven't it's Saturday night, and so people who, timeline this in their head, I probably will get the pre and post up to our YouTube channel in the next, hopefully in the next 24 hours before this comes out on Monday morning, but I will I'm gonna we could talk a little bit about the pregame because I was there,
Yeah,
and we found out,
very early.
walking in that CJ was
CJ was
going
getting
to
the
start.
start.
So obviously that was the first thing out of everybody's mouths during pregame, is CJ starting? And Steve, talked about that, like he's just like, I just felt it. It was just a gut feeling. I need to start CJ tonight. I need to start CJ tonight. And so it was, or today, that, I keep saying tonight, it was an afternoon game, but so it was good, it was a good feeling. I mean, like he obviously was behind having CJ in net and starting CJ, which was really nice. And yeah, he even told a story about a friend he grew up with, that had transitioned as an adult, and was, born biologically male but transitioned to female, and just how important CJ was to this person. And we actually, Patty and I met her in Vancouver at the first Vancouver game, because I think they live up in Vancouver, so, or they live close enough that they drove in for that Vancouver game.
Yeah.
So it was cool to
Small
hear.
world.
Yeah, very well. And I think, we knew that night because they had told us that they had played hockey with Steve growing up and that sort of thing. So I think everybody is touched at this point by CJ and what they're doing in the world. So um we'll talk about this a little bit more, but we had a couple of Vancouver friends come to the game, and we were talking about why what made CJ.
What's the draw?
What's the draw? I was going to say so attractive, but like that was kind of the conversation. The conversation was, and just so everybody knows, Ash in Motion. I'll tag her and make sure that people know how to find her, but you probably already know
And
her.
Jordan.
And Jordan, yes, and Jordan, both came to the game with us tonight, both Vancouver fans, but obviously we're all good friends, and we're just rooting for different teams. But Ash was trying to explain to her daughter like what was the draw for people for CJ. And she's like, oh, it's because people find them attractive. And I
Like
said
everyone finds them
that
attractive.
everyone finds them attractive, which that may or may not be true. I know a lot of people find CJ attractive. Like, I'm not going to negate that. But what I said was, I said, I think if you met CJ in person, if you had a conversation with them, you would understand that it's so much more than that. And so I
It's
just,
so much deeper than
oh,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so Patty and I were just talking about, we were sitting on the couch talking about this. It's like, I think that they stand for so much of what people here like feel about love and acceptance and inclusivity and how do we just be progressive in our mindsets and that sort of thing that it's really it's a good feeling to be behind somebody who has the same values as you do and that can champion the cause because they have a voice and they're using that platform
For good.
for good. Okay. I've done a lot of talking.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was pregame. And then Patty went down for warm-ups, and
Get a
I
warm
to
spot.
get the warm-up spot, and I showed Ash and Jordan where our seats were, and then said, "All you have to do is walk right down these stairs to get to the warm-up spot because we have to, and I have to walk around the entire arena because we warm up on the
And
other
was Ash
side."
like, come down here?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we're like,
yeah.
it's
He's
not the
like, no,
side
this
for
is
us
not
right
for
now.
me. This is not for me. No,
I
but
know.
they went down for warm-ups on their side, which is great. That's what they should do. That's what
Yes.
we would do when we were the visitors.
And most everyone in the arena will know Jordan, our friend, was wearing the toothpaste costume.
Yes, yes. Jordan was the toothpaste, which is just, I don't know. I think it was funny. And I
It
know
was
he
tongue in
did.
cheek
It
funny,
was
which
tongue in cheek.
ha ha
Yes, it
ha.
was very funny. And it was just like, it was a joke and it was all done in love. So I don't know. I think they got a little bit of shade from one person, which I'm just
Yes.
like, yeah, I think somebody's like, oh, that's a little aggressive or something like that. But I'm just like, everyone we talked to was like, that's hilarious. Like, it's the funniest thing. And he got on the Jumbotron during the dance cam and kind of went off and it was great. So anyway, all that to say, it was really fun having them with us. But so yeah, so I went down and went on the other side
Warm-ups.
for warm-ups. I met you down there.
Yeah.
So we saw, a lot of our usual suspects, but we
Hmm.
had actually when we were in the lair getting our game puck because we go get a game puck before every game.
Every game. We're
Um,
only missing one. I
yeah,
don't think we'll ever get it.
yeah, Sadie.
Sadie's
No, it's not
fault.
Sadie's fault. I know they look for us. So I know I don't know. It's going to be the ever elusive game puck that we're never fast. Anybody
Yeah.
has a March
March
11th,
11th.
the
Boston
game against
Wait.
Boston, game
We
puck
need that
extra
puck,
game puck.
please.
It would complete the collection that's behind me. So I'm waving to the collection that's behind me above my head. We have every game puck, home game puck at this point. I mean, obviously we have other game pucks too from when we've traveled, but we
Hmm.
have every home game puck besides that one. And we didn't go to that game, so that's why we don't have the game pucks. So
Yeah.
anyway, okay. Um,
So in the lair,
oh yeah, so when we were in the lair, we saw Mara Wagner, and she was guiding this like family around with her. And like we just stopped and said hi, and she was very cute and she was complimenting my
very
outfit because I
sweet.
was wearing ridiculous clothes today, which was
Nah, you're doing
okay. Thank
good.
you. Okay. I was wearing moth pants, not mushroom pants like I said in our fit check. I don't know why I said that, but and my furry green jacket. It was fun. It was good.
It's
It
really
was a good
fun.
time. But anyway, so we saw her, which was really nice, just to connect in that way. But she was guiding around a family. And you found out once you got down to warm-ups that that family was
What?
she coached the daughter
Well, that was the people standing next to us.
that they were in the lair with
They were in the
Mara.
lair with her? Oh my gosh, really? I don't know. I was out of it. Wow.
We had this conversation after.
Really?
Uh-huh. I said that was the family that was with Mara in the lair.
Oh,
And
I
you're like,
totally
yeah.
missed that. No.
Yeah, you were like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I was missed that.
I'm pretty sure it was the family that was with Mara and because
Are you
it's
sure?
I'm pretty sure because it's they were calling her coach in the lair.
Okay. Yeah, I missed that. I'm out of it. Sorry, babe.
Okay, that's super awkward because you agreed with
And
me
that's
when we
why
had the conversation
she
earlier.
was talking to me like she'd seen me
Yes.
earlier. I am
Uh-huh.
losing it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I've been sick and
Oh
I've
my
been
gosh, she has allergies. She is
It's
not
not
sick.
allergies. Oh my God, shut up with the allergies. I am not feeling well. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. It's so much more than that.
Okay, so why don't you tell them about the family?
It was Lindsay. She was very sweet. Wait, was it Lindsay? Oh my gosh, I didn't write her name down.
What? No, Sharon.
No, it wasn't Sharon. This is horrible. This is why I write it down every time. It
Ah,
wasn't Sharon.
I started with the
Ashley?
SH. No, mm-mm. You didn't write it
No,
down. I thought you wrote
I
it
didn't
down.
write it down. I
Okay.
wrote it down later when we saw Amber. We took a picture with Amber.
Yeah, but that's not what was before
No, it
that.
was before that. She stayed
Wow,
next to us the whole time.
these poor
I'm
people who are
so
listening to this
sorry.
podcast
This is
are,
horrible.
yeah, this is bad.
This is what my wife has to deal with.
Every single day, you guys. Um,
Aren't you lucky?
hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so we, my recollection of the story, and maybe
Please
I'm
tell the
wrong,
story.
my recollection of the story is this is the family that was with Mara Wagner walking around the lair, who is it was a coach. She was the coach of one of
Yeah, she
them.
coached the daughter.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
coached the daughter
in
and in
skills.
the
She was on the
yeah,
team. I remember
yeah.
a conversation with her mom
Yeah.
down in warm-ups.
Okay, so whether that was was with Mara in the layer or not, I'm not, that's nobody's 100% certain on that, but for certain we did have a very good conversation. It
Very
was a mom
nice.
and a
She
dad
was very
and
sweet.
a
Mhm.
young girl who was down at warm-ups with us. And we saw some other friends. We saw Quill, shout out Quill.
Megan was there.
Yeah, Megan was
Ava
there.
waved it from across
Yeah, Ava
the
from
yeah.
across the universe.
Hmm.
Yeah, we saw all the usual suspects down there.
Hmm. We
But
saw our
then
psycho goalie and her dad
oh
in the
yeah.
seats right behind
Yes, the
us.
seat's right behind us. I'm the little goalie, little girl who's a goalie. Anyway, so then warm-up started and we knew at that point that, CJ was starting. So CJ skated out first, which is an indicator for those that don't know, and I guess we haven't really talked about this. The
Okay.
indication normally is the goalie is going to come out first in warm-ups and it's the
The
goalie who's
starting
starting
goalie.
is going to be the first one out. So we already knew that they were starting, but then we knew obviously
We
when they came
witnessed it
out.
when they came out first. It was very cool.
It was very cool. So, pucks were flying. We had a puck, and you got hit by a puck,
I got
and
hit by a puck in my arm,
yeah,
and then
the
Lindsay's daughter caught it. I think it's
I don't think it
Lindsay.
is. I
You
think
don't
it
think it's
should. No, I
Lindsay?
don't think it's Lizzie. Anyway, it was like Sharon or something. It
Okay.
really was. It was something
All
like
right.
that. Yeah. Anyway, so Stacy, no, that's
No,
not it
it wasn't
either. Yeah,
Stacy.
this is why we write them down,
This
guys.
is why I write them
Yeah,
down.
because otherwise we won't
Yeah.
remember. But yeah, so she ended
Oh
up.
no, it was Marta and Lindsay who we met before, so it wasn't Lindsay. You're right. It's probably Sharon.
Oh yeah, we forgot to tell that story.
Mhm.
This is very this is bad today. So on the way in, when we were walking into the arena, we saw Marta and Lindsay, who we met in New York at the MSG game.
Mhm.
So Marta lives here in Seattle.
Right.
Her sister Lindsay
Lives
now
in New
lives in New
York.
York,
Uh-huh.
Schenectady. I love that
Yes.
name. I love
Yes,
that
that's a
name.
good name.
So she lives in Schenectady, and so that obviously Marta went there for the MSG game, and then Lindsay came here. She's so it was so cute because she's like, I'm going to be here for the rest of the games this season because she's going to be here for a week because all
Yeah.
the games are in a week. So I thought that was really cute, though.
Very
I was
cute.
like, yeah. So they were. It was good to see
We
them,
took
and
their picture in New York, didn't
they
we?
were part of the big picture in New York, the
Okay.
big group picture in New York. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We might have saw them at first intermission with Ava too. I don't remember whether
Hmm.
they're up there, but I for sure remember that we did talk to them during second intermission when we got
Yeah.
that big group picture. So
Cool, cool.
okay, so then yes, as we're walking up the stairs,
After warm up.
after warm-ups are over, and oh, I will have to like I'm also going to give a huge shout out. Danielle Serdachny stayed on the ice for forever,
Handing out
throwing pucks,
pucks
and she was throwing them up and
into the
into the
netting.
netting so that they would fall behind the
And
netting.
Scots did too.
So
There were a couple
somebody,
in
yeah,
there.
it was. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Julie Gosling. I don't remember, but it was somebody else. It's one of the other players. But she stayed. I mean, like honestly, like everyone was off the ice. I'm literally like the Zambonis guy is gonna be like, get your butt off the ice.
You
So,
don't realize how important that is because when you're on the sides, when you're there, when there's no net, oh no, I dropped my thing. I'll get it in a minute. When you're in the short glass and there's no nets, you can't get in there unless you have tickets to that section.
so
So if
what
you're
Patty's
there,
describing, and I want to make sure people can visualize what you're saying.
the
The
sidelines
two long sides of the arena at Climate Pledge, you cannot get down to the
to
glass
the glass,
unless you have a ticket to get into that section. They don't there's like restaurant thing up at the
everything is
top,
like
and you have
cut
to
off. You
go
have to show
through.
your
Yes, you
ticket.
have to scan your ticket to get into. One's called the Smeatria Club, and the other one I think it's
I
like
don't
WAMU or
remember.
something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is, but anyway,
So on the ends where the tall netting is, anyone can go down there and
right.
go for warm-ups, but it's harder to get pucks there because you can't throw them over like everywhere else. So for both of those players to throw them into the netting at the end of the warm-ups, it was a huge act of kindness to people
Yeah,
that
they
don't
stand
have
down there all the
access to
time.
those
And
seats.
then so the people normally what happens is the people who stand behind the glass, like where we stand, which has all the netting, is that they will pass stuff through the photo holes. So they have like these little holes in the corners of
For the
of the glass for the
photographers to put
photographers
their
so they could
lens
take
in.
they can take the part of the glass out, part of the plexi out, and like put their lens in so that it's not obscured by the all because the plexi is not awesome, guys, really. Like, let's
There's
be honest.
pucks.
No, there's
There's
pucks,
pucks if you
yeah,
bend
all the
it on it,
time.
and there are puck marks and
Yeah.
black marks
So you
and
can't take photos through it. So anyway, so that's normally players and like I mean chefs all pass through because somebody had like
they
I guess it was
traded
some kind of
candy.
Austria candy. It looked
Oh,
like
was that what it
it
was?
looked like it was something with foreign like some kind of not English,
European
right? Yeah,
candy.
yeah, it was European candy. They traded for it looked like chocolate. I'm guessing, I don't know. Somebody T you can correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong, but it looked like chocolate. Anyway, but yeah, that's how they pass things
Pass it through the
through a
photo
hole.
hole.
So like I said, she was on the ice for so long, like literally there was no one else on the ice, and I'm looking down like, oh geez, somebody's gonna yell at her to get off the ice. Like that's what's gonna happen. She's gonna hold the game. No, it was great. But people were very appreciative of the fact that she did that.
Absolutely.
So then when we turned around and started walking up the stairs, this young lady stopped us and said, "Can I take a
So
picture with you?"
sweet.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess if you want." Sure. So anyway, we got a good picture and we asked her name and her name is Amber and she started following us or just reached out maybe and I'm sure she probably didn't just start following us, but
Hmm.
reached out on social media. So we got to connect that way, which was really nice. So it was really fun to meet her.
Yeah.
And then,
And then walking over to our seats,
mhm.
we ran into Carrie. We yelled at Carrie.
Yeah, so for everybody, I want this is a huge shout out tonight. This is the biggest shout out I want to give to anybody that we've ever shouted out before. We're gonna give a shout out to Rowan because I don't know that we've ever actually said Rowan's name on the podcast before, but I'm assuming Carrie that we have permission to say your child's name. I'm sure we probably do, but Rowan has become our biggest
Biggest
fan,
fan.
and I think Rowan is 7,
Yeah. 7 or 8.
8,
7 or 8.
but has listened to all of our podcasts. So Rowan.
And only got into it recently. Like
Yes.
she has
Yeah, yeah,
binge
yeah.
watched us. Okay,
Yeah.
binge listen. I don't know. Does
Binge
she listen or
listen.
watch?
I don't know. But
I don't know.
well, I don't know. Dad said iPad, so
Probably watch.
probably watching on
Because
YouTube.
we also found out that she's allowed to the only thing she can listen to in the morning if she wakes up at
If she
6
wakes up
is
early,
podcast.
yes.
And
They give her permission to listen to podcasts or watch podcasts.
sorry,
Yeah. I
sorry,
just think it's
Carrie and
funny.
Chris.
So
Yeah.
Carrie and Chris, they've got their yeah, Rowan is now infused with Gloves Off Seattle. But I just want to give a huge shout out to Rowan. I love it. It was great seeing you tonight too, getting to give you a little fist bump,
Yeah.
handshake.
Thanks for
Like,
coming by and
yes,
saying hi.
please.
We love it
Yeah.
when people come by and say hi.
But so that's a huge shout out. But we also shout out Chris and Carrie, like for being obviously the coolest parents
Yeah.
because, your kiddo gets to listen to a random podcast.
Right?
But then we also met Rowan's grandmas.
Yeah. Yeah. Pat, Joyce, and Susan.
And
So now we know the
Patty
whole
did,
family.
Patty did write down these
I did
names.
write down the names. I'm so sorry. I have to write down everyone's
Yeah,
name.
anyway, so we did get to meet them. We had a really good conversation with them.
Yeah.
That's before we even got back
Very
to our
sweet.
seat. So,
Yeah. Pat,
yeah.
Beth, also known as Beth.
No, not Pat. No, not Beth. She said you heard her wrong.
What did she say?
Her
What was
her
it?
name's Pat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I said Beth?
Uh-huh. And she's like, my name's Pat. Like, I want to make sure you say Pat.
Oh, how funny. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, Pat. I thought she was like, no, call me Pat, not,
Yeah, she's saying, don't call me Beth because that's
it's not my
not.
name. I get it now. It's funny. Guys, obviously it's not allergies. I am not
It's
feeling
allergies.
well, okay?
Allergies.
It's not.
Please write into the show and tell Patty about how everyone in Western Washington has allergies this time of
It
year.
doesn't.
Please, please, everyone, write in. Tell us.
That's
Anyway, um, so we finally get to our seats at this point. So that's like this is I feel like we've lived like I said, like we've
right.
had
We're
this
like
crazy
20 minutes
adventures.
in, like it's
Yeah.
almost over.
Yeah, so we've
And Ash and Jordan were there.
yeah, so Ash and Jordan were already sitting we're already sitting in the seats in our seats, which is great. It was great to see them and say hi and whatever. And it's like, okay, now we get to start this game. Like what's going to happen in this game? And so honestly, like it was great. It was a great start. It felt very competitive. It felt like we were, it was going back and forth. It wasn't all one-sided.
But
Oh, but I
but it
probably forgot to
wasn't.
say, first of all, when CJ got announced,
The building
it
went
was insane.
crazy.
I mean, and it was really funny because I turned to Ash because Ash was like, "What?" I was like, "Just wait." I was like, "Just wait." When they announced CJ as the starting goalie, like this place is gonna
Unhinged.
go nuts. Yeah, and it wasn't our biggest crowd, but still, 12,000 plus strong.
We were very
It was very
vocal.
loud. Yeah, it was very loud. So, okay, so the game starts. And again, like it was, CJ was looking good,
She
making saves.
was.
The team was making good
We didn't give
passes.
up an early goal.
No, we did not give up an
Not
early
only did
goal.
we give up one, we got a couple.
Yeah, so it's a weird thing to talk about us getting goals in the first period, and it
Yeah,
felt
and
very
going
strange.
ahead.
Yeah, it felt very strange. So, first goal was at 13:11. That was Hillary Knight, assisted by Daniel Serdachny and Julia Gosling. And so it was also very good to see Hillary Knight get a goal tonight. I don't think she's gotten a goal in quite a while.
No, I think
And
that was her
so
first one since
since
the
yeah, I
Olympics,
think since
right?
the Olympics, maybe. I know she's probably had some assists since the Olympics, some
I think
points, but not.
so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, it was good to see Hillary score. And it felt like we were firing on all cylinders. And then,
Yeah, it
um,
felt really good. I'm just going to shout out myself here because the last game we were at, we were shut out. So I didn't get to run the stairs at all. So it felt really good to run the stairs.
yeah,
Felt
people,
really
and
good.
it had been so long that when she got down to the bottom for the first pass,
He
people
forgot who
didn't
I
know.
was.
Hey,
I
how
have
high
a
is it?
stick.
Yeah, turn it down to 3. Holy cow. We have an electric blanket on our laps, and
Oh,
she has it. Well, yeah, we're cold in general, but holy cow, she has it like cranked up to 11.
I am cold.
Okay, well,
I'm sick.
yeah,
Shut up.
she's not sick, guys.
Oh my God.
She's totally not sick. Anyway, well, you should go to bed if you're sick.
I really should.
We should stop recording. I'm getting the evil eye for people who aren't watching this. For people who are just listening, I'm totally getting the evil eye right now. Okay. So yes, first goal is Hillary Knight, and then the second goal at 18:58, so almost, to the end of the first period,
Yeah.
was Anna Wilgren. That was her first
Yeah.
goal.
Assisted by Kayla Barnes.
Right, and Hillary Knight. So
Yeah.
it was definitely, I think somebody in one of our group chats said it was definitely a defense
It was
night.
defense.
There was a lot
Yeah.
of scoring from the
It was me.
defense.
I said
So,
it.
oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I
I
feel
said
like
it's a
Megan.
defender night.
Oh, I feel like Night Nurse Megan said it too. Like, I
Oh,
think,
okay.
no, I'm just saying, like, I don't remember you saying it, but I remember reading it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I said it.
Okay.
But
It was
she's
anyway. There was a
right.
lot of yeah.
Megan's right.
There was a lot of defenders scoring tonight. They're in the scoring tonight for sure. So it felt really strange to end the first period
2-0.
ahead, which is not normally what happens. We normally go out of the first period either scoreless from both teams
Or
or
down
down.
two.
Yeah. So
Down
yeah.
two.
Yeah. So it was very odd to be up by two at the end of the first period. So, and it was funny because I remember Ash was like, "Oh man, it's over now." I'm like, "No, no, 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 stop. You can't say that. Like, there's still 2 periods left. Like, it's not that bad." And I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like we were playing really well. I feel like the Golden Knights probably were not playing as well. But I'm like, you still can't call it at this point. Like, you can't call it, after one period. Well,
Obviously.
yes. I mean, obviously we know the outcome. Okay. So I think there was no penalties in the first period at all. So now, during first intermission, I feel like we just hung out. Did anybody come say hi during first
First
intermission?
intermission. Well, we talked to Ray,
Yeah, we saw,
Ed,
yeah, one of our Section 7
Section
homie.
7's buddies.
Yeah, we talked to Ray. I'm trying to think of who else. One of Baby
Oh
Crop's
yeah,
moms
Baby Grimes' mom.
came by. And I'm trying to think of who else. Was that it? Was that when Rowan came by during first intermission? I don't
Oh, I
remember.
don't
I
remember.
don't remember either. But anyway, so we stayed in our seats for first
Mhm.
intermission rather, and just kind of hung out and talked and saw people that walked by.
Yep,
So
Geo Rock walked by.
Geo, another Section 7 person came by. So yeah, it was a fun intermission, I guess.
Yeah.
not we didn't go anywhere. So,
It must have been the first intermission that Rowan came by because second intermission you were
oh,
gone.
that's true. I went to
So
the
yeah,
trinket
it was the
exchange.
first
Okay.
intermission that Rowan and Chris came by.
Okay, and so now we're gonna move into the second period. And so the second period, we did
Got outshot by a lot.
we got outshot by a lot,
Oh
really?
yeah.
In the second
Oh
period?
yeah.
Oh, 16-9, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was 10-9, so it was very even in the first period, and it was 16-9 in the second period. And so I will say Hillary Knight took a holding penalty at about 5 minutes. I don't know. People were not happy with that. I don't remember whether it looked like it was a good penalty
I
or not.
forget.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really look like she was holding. It felt like she
Mhm.
was like they just kind of got wrapped up in each other and
Maybe.
yeah. And then there was simultaneous. Oh, I
One
guess no, there
one
was a
shortly after the
I
other.
guess well, but I guess I didn't realize this. Jen Gardner scored that goal right before
Yeah.
that happened, right?
Oh
In
yeah.
1905, Jen Gardner scored
Yeah, even strength. Bless you.
Sorry, Vancouver's first goal. I have allergies, guys. And
I
then
don't.
yeah, okay. And then Sarah Nurse and Kayla Barnes had a little scuffle.
Little scuffle.
And I don't know, you said you thought Kayla was just retaliating. She didn't hear, she didn't
She was
see.
sticking up for herself. I didn't say retaliating. She was
Oh,
sticking
I'm
up for
sorry,
herself because
sticking up for herself.
she didn't see the back ref call the penalty.
Yeah.
So she was just kind of like, dude, I'm not gonna take this. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna take
She
it.
was real hot after that. I mean, honestly, like all the way to the penalty box, like she was
Fiery.
chirping. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was chirping at the ref for sure. At one point, honestly, like it felt like she like threw like because you know how they kind of like guide them in.
Oh, and she threw
And
him
she like
off.
threw off a hand, which I was like, oh gosh, she's best.
Don't get two
Yeah.
more, Kayla.
Yeah, that's what I was worried. I'm like, oh gosh, like don't say something that's gonna get you in there for longer. But that anyway, so that happened with only 22 seconds left. So that's,
Four on
obviously that
four.
yeah, that they went 4-on-4, which there was
And there's a little
confusion.
confusion there because we
Yeah.
had five out, they had four,
Yeah.
and Hillary went over and talked to them and was
Yeah.
like, because they were called simultaneously, and I don't know, sometimes it's 5 on 5 when they call them at the same
Yeah, I don't
time,
know.
sometimes it's 4 on 4. I don't know when is when.
I
I
don't know
really
why.
don't.
Yeah, I don't know why it was so confusing. But the other thing we didn't say about the second period was Mashmeyer didn't come back.
No, Mashmeyer didn't
So
come back after first
yeah, so
intermission.
Soupy, Kristen Campbell, Soupy, they call her Soupy, came in for the second period. So and the second and third period and
Yeah.
overtime for the rest of the game. Hello, it's the easier way to say it. But we didn't say that. So, but yeah, they didn't give it. We gave up a goal, but they did not give up any goals in the second. So during second and anything else during second period we need to talk
No.
about? Okay, so during second intermission, Ash and I walked over and did the trinket exchange, and I think the whole time Ash was like, "This is insane. This is oh my gosh, you guys really do this
You
every
didn't do
single
that.
game?" Oh yeah, yeah, no, I didn't, but I was like, "Yeah, every single game," and I was like, I mean, it was funny because Brian came over. Yeah, Brian, we haven't cleaned Brian
Oh no,
today.
we haven't.
Yeah, Brian
Right.
came over. Brian's killing it today, guys. I do want to give a huge shout out to Brian, and we'll talk about why he's killing it today, but he is killing it today. Um, Brian came over and was taking some pictures and he was like, "Yeah, it's not always this busy." And I'm like, "No, it's not always this busy, but like it's becoming more and more popular and it's really cool." And I joke because I'm like, "How many more friendship bracelets do we need?" But like every time somebody gives me one, I'm like, "I don't care. I just want more friendship bracelets." So, it's really fun. It's just Ash had ducks. She had little ducks that she had made. Like, where did we put her
The
duck
duck's
up?
up here.
Okay, we did. We put her duck up on our podcast that we said we were going to. So,
And our Lego figure has been moved.
oh, it has been moved. So
So
game continues if you can
yes,
find the Lego figure.
good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Did I
There's
move it
no,
after that one?
there's
Have
no,
I moved it again?
I don't know.
I don't know
There's
either.
no prize for this, guys. It's just,
It's the prize is in your heart because when you find it, you are just so happy. And our
uh-huh.
oldest loves it
Yeah,
too.
he loves the
He
fact that
really
he's part
does.
of the podcast
Yeah.
now. Hmm. Okay, so Trinket Exchange was just I mean it was pretty unhinged. Like it was crazy. Like there were so many people there. There were so many cool things. I came back with a little bag full of things. Somebody had like these like they were like embroidered pins.
Did you get some?
I got one, but yeah, it's in the
I
bag.
didn't
Yeah,
see
like
them.
it was like pins that are embroidered. I mean, it was just they make the coolest stuff,
We are
and I just
so
I know,
crafty.
I love this. I love the community. So Ash's eyes were just like, this is insane. Like I don't think she could just comprehend the fact that like, yeah, we do this like every single single time,
Clever game.
which is why we order massive amounts of friendship bracelets because we are not crafty. I don't think that we're not crafty. We don't have the time to be crafty. So we just order friendship bracelets from our good
Thank
friend
you,
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Yeah. And then we hand those out and people get really excited. So we have player names now too, guys. I don't know if we said that, but we did hand out all the ones that we brought. And that's what I do. I'm like, you get a bracelet, you get a bracelet, everybody gets a bracelet. Patty doesn't give them out as liberally as I do. So no, I'm just saying you normally come back with some and I'm like, done, all done. I gave them all away. What?
Nothing.
What were you gonna
I'm
say?
gonna
No,
have
I
to
want to.
put a quote on that when I give them to my wife.
That's you only gave me 10. I only had
Only
10 to get. I
10.
only had 10 to give away. Anyway, so yeah, that was really fun. And so then we came back to our seats and then the third period, this insane third
Stay
period.
third
This really
period.
was an insane third period. So the first thing I want to say is shout out to our crazy new friend Jordan who got on the Jumbotron during the dance cam in his toothpaste costume and he rocked it and it
He
was so
did.
funny. And shout out Lauren, our in arena
Thank you,
announcer too,
Lauren.
for making all that happen because that was truly hilarious. And I think we made Jordan's night and he literally took off his toothpaste costume after that because he's like, okay, I've made it now. I
I
don't need
made
it
it.
on. I don't need it on
He put it back
anymore. He
on.
did, but it was really cute. So that was super fun. So, okay. So then, oh my gosh, this was the nuttiest, craziest third period I think that we've ever done had.
Yeah.
So we started obviously on
4-on-4.
4-on-4, and then that ended, and then they quickly
Scored.
scored. Hannah Miller scored a goal. That
Tied the
was
game.
unassisted.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. So then, again, it was back and forth at this point, and obviously we're like, oh no, we're tied. Oh no.
Yeah.
Um, and then Jen Gardner scored again
Yeah.
at 9:28, and so I think Nurse took a penalty in between all that. Yeah, Nurse took a.
Barnes and took one and
Oh
Nurse
yeah,
took one
Nurse took
too.
one, and
And
yeah,
then
again.
yeah, but they weren't
No, they
simultaneous
were
this
not
time.
simultaneous.
It was shortly after.
Yeah. And so then after everybody, total penalty kills, power plays over, then Jen Gardner scores another goal. So
Now
that
it's
was
3-2.
it's 3-2. It's 3-2,
Yeah.
right? So Jen Gardner, that was Jen Gardner's second goal because
Mhm.
yeah, because Hannah Miller scored the other one. Okay. So then things get wild, like totally wild. So Kayla Barnes ends up scoring an unassisted goal like 30 seconds later. So they're ahead, and now we tie it
Tied
back
it up.
up with this Kayla Barnes unassisted goal.
So now Kayla Barnes has an assist and a goal and a roughing penalty.
That's
Roughing
right.
penalties.
Yeah, no, I think it was just one roughing,
Oh,
and the
one
other one was
holding.
one
Okay, it was
holding. Yeah,
holding.
somebody said that was close to a Gordie how
Pretty close. Pretty close
Yeah,
to
it
an
wasn't
accused
a fight.
still.
She almost got into a fight with Sarah Nurse. Honestly,
Yeah.
like if
Or the ref.
yeah, with somebody. So we can say honorary Gordie hat trick, Kayla. There
Good
you
job,
go. Good
Kayla.
job. Okay, and so yeah, so then we answered and tied it back up like 30 seconds later with
Hmm.
that Kayla, and
Thank
then
goodness.
Anna Wilgren scored her second
Second
goal
of the
of the
night.
night at 11. So like another minute
And her
later,
second goal of the season.
and yeah, second. Well, yeah, because the first one was her first goal.
That's
So
done.
yeah, so this was her second goal of the season. So now we're on a hat trick watch for
For
Anna
Anna.
Wilgren. Yeah, which I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what is going on? This is nutty. So that was assisted by Teresa Schaffsal and Emily Brown. Again, we got some defense.
Defense.
Yeah, some defense in there tonight, which is great.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're ahead,
And it
right?
settled down for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're ahead. Is it that we're ahead
We're ahead 4-3.
4-3? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. It's hard to keep track because there's a
Yeah.
lot of goals in this game. So then now Daniel Serdachny scores the fifth goal at
Empty net. They
16:07.
pulled the goalie
Oh
really
yeah, so
early.
this was the empty net goal. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So they pull the goalie at like there's 4 minutes left. They pull the goalie and Daniel Serdachny is charging down and she gets tripped. And so it doesn't go in, the puck doesn't go in, guys. And so we're all like, what's going on? And Patty takes off down the stairs
I'm down.
because she's like, it's a goal because it was an empty net and somebody tripped her. So the rule is, go ahead.
Well, we talked about this when we were
We
talking about
did. I
penalty
just
shots,
didn't
and when
remember it.
things are a penalty or a penalty shot, if you are on a breakaway and there's no one between you and the goalie, and somebody takes you down or they interfere with your progress,
Yeah.
that's when they call a penalty shot. Well, if you're on the way to score an empty net goal and they mess with your progress,
It's an automatic.
It's an
Yeah.
automatic goal because it's like a penalty shot on an empty net. Who's going to miss that?
I've
Not
just
many.
yeah,
Not many are going to miss
I've
that.
just never seen it before. So
Now
it
you've
was
seen it.
yeah, now I have, but it was one of those things that I was just like and like I guess until you've seen it like I did, I wouldn't recognize that that's what was
And I
going
was
on.
running downstairs pointing at center ice like,
Yeah,
it's a
the goal
goal, it's a goal, it's a goal. And they called it right after me. And
yeah.
a lot of the people in our section were like, what?
Yeah, no, they
Oh,
were.
yeah.
Everybody didn't realize it was a goal until, a couple seconds later. So
Yeah.
that was an odd one, obviously, because it was empty net. So that was, obviously we were all very excited because now we're up 5-3, guys.
Yeah.
5-3
Late in the
with
game.
less than
Less
four
than four
minutes,
minutes to
less
go.
than 4 minutes to play. Yeah,
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I know. And so then it gets bad.
And they pulled
So
the goalie again.
they did pull the goalie again. So we are now they're playing 6-on-5. So they have obviously, more people.
And we had a couple shots at the empty
We did
net.
have
We
a couple of,
iced it
yeah,
5 or 6 or 10 times.
yeah. So then Jen Gardner finally gets it in goal, and this is a
Yeah.
hat trick. It's a
It's her
hat
hat
trick
trick
for
goals.
Gardner, which is the first in their franchise history. So congrats. I don't want to,
Oh, it
downplay
was our
that
first franchise hat trick?
franchise
Yes.
hat trick. So yeah.
Yes.
So congratulations to no, I don't
No,
think
we
so.
haven't had one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So congratulations to Jen and Vancouver Golden Knights because that was obviously that's an accomplishment and it's hard to make that accomplishment on visiting ice. So I
Especially
feel
because not
for
one hat fell.
no,
No one threw
no,
their hat,
no. I don't
which
even
doesn't seem right. Somebody should throw a
yeah,
hat.
we should have, but we didn't.
Yeah.
So bad on us, bad on the Seattle fans, but it is what it is.
I
But I
didn't
do
realize
want
it was a
to
hat
yeah,
trick.
I
So
just
I
wanted to
guess if
congratulate.
it's our team, we know. Like if
Yeah.
Anna Wilgren scores, like the whole time we were short, they pulled the goalie.
Yeah.
I'm like looking for Anna, going, where is she? Where is she? Someone should feed her the puck, and didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
sorry,
it's
Jen.
okay. But yeah, so now it's 4-5, guys. So we literally are like, I'm not even kidding. We start counting down the seconds, like
The
six,
whole arena, five,
5,
four,
4, 3,
three, two,
and then they score.
and they score. 1.6
Hannah
seconds.
Miller, yeah, Hannah Miller scored the game tying goal with 1.6 seconds left in the third period.
It was
And
heartbreaking.
it was heartbreaking because number one, we wanted a
We felt
regulation,
bad for Carly.
we wanted a regulation win. And so I think we just going into overtime, it was kind of like, okay, just shake it off. We got to go into overtime, whatever, whatever. But I think at that point it was kind of deflating because it had gone the way it did. But I think that they were also six man. I think they were also
Oh
not
yeah,
six man, sorry, six
six
players.
on five.
Yeah, it
The
was six
goalie
on
was
five.
pulled, of
The
course.
goalie was pulled. So they did have an advantage. It wasn't, that it was even strength, that they did have an advantage on us. But anyway, long story short, tied it up. So now we're going into overtime. And so we're all holding our breath, of course, during overtime and watching Carly CJ make saves left, right, and center. And both goalies, Soupy too, was, they were doing a really good job. But obviously, actually, we got 0 shots on goal, it says during
Well, there was only
overtime.
52 seconds of
Yep.
overtime. We
Yep.
had possession to start out with,
We did.
and then they had possession, and then they came in
And
and
then they
scored
scored.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they scored the
And that
game
was her fourth goal of the
winning
night.
goal. It was
Fourth
Jen
goal was
Garner's
Jen
fourth.
Garner.
Yep. Fourth goal.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I think the big news of the night is Vancouver's eliminated because they had to have a regulation win in order to not be eliminated. So
Right.
because it was a overtime win, they only get 2 points in the regular bracketing, and so
And now
they
they're
that's
out.
not enough, and so they're mathematically eliminated. The other silver lining in all this is that
We got a point.
we have
Gold
already
plan.
put, yeah, started the gold plan, and so we get the point. We get 1 point towards the gold plan, which right now everybody has 2 games left. And the only other one that's eliminated right now is Vancouver. So Vancouver is the only one that in the next iteration of games is going to start the goal plan. So their next game, and I want to say this, we both have 2 games left. So it's kind of between us and Vancouver at this point.
And we both play Minnesota
And
and
Montreal.
Montreal.
Yeah, so the two, yeah, so some obviously the two of the top teams were playing. So I feel like our chances are pretty 50-50, like even as far as like gaining points against them in these games. So the silver lining is we have a point on them. We have a point on them. Whether I understand this was an overtime loss, that is not the way that we wanted this game to end. It's not the way we thought
Heartbreaking.
this, not the way we thought this game was going to end. But we do have a point on them, and and we have the same number of games and chances to win points moving forward. So
Yeah.
we are ahead in that regard. So now the race obviously is on, and for those that haven't been listening to us or don't know, the goal plan is we are working towards points for draft position. So the higher more points you get
The
after you're
higher your draft.
mathematically eliminated, the higher your draft position. So all that to say,
We got a point.
we got a point, and I'm taking that as
We have to take it as a
a
win. We
silver
have to
lining,
take
a
it as a
silver
win.
lining. I'm not gonna take it as a win because it wasn't a win, but I'm gonna take it as a silver lining, and that it was a good thing that happened out of tonight. I think the other really good thing that happened out of tonight is that everyone was so excited to see CJ in goal,
Everyone was behind them.
and it felt like
Everyone was
the
behind them.
team was playing really well in
Yeah.
front of them for at least two-thirds of this game. And I don't know what happened.
I mean, even in the third, they were playing
Yeah,
not
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
Everyone was fighting hard, and it felt like, and it's not like this isn't normal. Like we all want to win every time.
right,
It just felt like a little extra
yeah.
tonight. And I told Megan this when we were talking on the couch. Like I feel like it was a little inspired by Steve because it was a way to just get everyone in it and like yeah, it was important to give goal points and whatever, like, but the entire city was in the net with CJ
Yeah.
tonight, and I just felt like that the whole night.
Yeah. So first star went to Jen Gardner
Of
because
course.
she 4 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, well
Hello.
deserved. Second went to Hannah Miller with 2 goals. I mean,
Yeah.
she got both
The
her
game
other
tying,
goals.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then third went to Anna Wilgren. So congratulations to
Yeah.
Anna for getting 2 goals. So
I
that
thought CJ should have got a star.
I did think CJ should have gotten a star just because I mean, but honestly, mostly just because it was their first start for us, not
Yeah.
and that was kind of the only reason. I do feel like they played well. I feel like this was a hard game. I feel like this was a crazy game. I feel like there was a lot. It felt like there was a lot on the line for this game.
Yeah.
It's a little sad that we were unable to defeat Vancouver at all this season. Like that we're definitely gonna be gunning for them next season. I can tell you that. We're gonna have a
Yeah.
chip
You
on our shoulder for Vancouver next year. So you better watch out,
it's a great
Vancouver.
man, it's
Yeah, it
rivalry.
is a
This
great
is like a
rivalry.
natural rivalry.
It is, except for Vancouver sitting on top and they're just like neener neener boo boo. No, I love our Vancouver friends. So I want to say that like it was really fun. It was like, yes, somebody scored a goal. And because there were so many goals in this game, we spent a lot of like chirping at one another about goal scoring. It was really funny because Vancouver scored a goal and Jordan did this little happy dance and Patty's over there pouting and I'm like, okay. But then as soon as we scored our next goal, like I was like, I'm gonna do my happy dance right back at Jordan. So, but it was fun. It was all in good fun. Nobody was, trying to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. It was really just all in good fun. And yeah, I mean, obviously they're excited about their win, but they're also like, I'm so sorry that you guys lost and it was a fun game. So
It was a very fun
it
game.
was very, it was a really fun game to watch. It was funny when we sat down for dinner. Patty's like, "Do you want to watch the game again?" I'm like, "I don't." Like, I probably will want to watch this game again at some point, but I don't want to watch this game again
Mm.
right now. It was really hard. We already put it out. There's a clip from the post press from tonight, and I might get a little teary talking about it, where Charles from Circling Seattle Sports asked, CJ about what it meant to be in goal tonight and to hear everybody cheer for them and that sort of thing. And, I think I, from what they said, it was about that it's right now it's heartbreaking because of the loss, but that they felt the love from everybody.
I hope they did.
Yeah, and I think that that continues, and I think that that's really the awesome thing. I just want to give a huge shout out to anybody who's taken a moment to, tell CJ how much they love them in the comments, and I mean, really telling all the players how much we love them in, the comments and in their comments and on their socials and that sort of thing. I mean, my belief is that most of them read, they read and see what people are saying, so. I think that we really do have the best fans here, and I think that the team knows it, and I think the team is playing hard for us, for their fans, and so I'm not going to take that lightly as a fan, and I'm going to keep cheering and rooting hard for them and you know, being as
Showing
supportive as
up
I can be and showing
every
up for them.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So This week, it's a big week, guys. So we had a game Saturday. It's today's Saturday. We have another game on Wednesday night. Just so everybody knows, it is Barbie bag night. I'm going to be Barbieing it up, so you could imagine what that's going to look like in your own little mind. But yes, it is Barbie night, so that'll be super fun. On Wednesday night, we're gonna have the kiddos with us at the game that, and then Saturday, I guess we'll. Oh, geez, when are we gonna put out an episode about Wednesday night?
We
We're
leave
gonna have to
on
record on
Thursday.
Thursday. We're gonna have to record on
We
Thursday
leave
during
on
the
Thursday.
day.
Oh
We have to
yeah.
record
Okay.
on Thursday during.
All right.
Anyway, okay, I'm sorry, guys. Married podcasting. You're hearing us plan right now here in front of you. We'll probably get a bonus episode out about Wednesday night's game. I'm not gonna promise anything, but we'll probably get a bonus episode out about Wednesday night's game Friday. I'll probably put it out for Friday morning, more than likely, because we'll record on Thursday. And then I have no idea when we're going to record. We're going to have to
We
come
have to record after the
after the
game.
game on Saturday
Wow.
night. Yeah. So then Saturday is the Pride game, guys. And so,
Our last
the
game.
last home game or the
Our
last
last
game,
game.
period. Yeah. Not just last home game, but last game. It is the Pride celebration, which we're all, obviously very excited about. We're so excited about this game that we have plans to be out of town,
We are going
and
to be out of
we are
town.
going to be out of town, and we're flying back and forth Saturday just
Flying
for the
back
game.
just for the game
Yeah, yeah,
on
just for the
Saturday.
game. So we're gonna have to record before we fly back.
Oh yeah, we'll
That's
have to
what,
record, and then we're leaving at the butt crack of dawn.
yeah. So we're gonna be real tired on the plane, but we're going to Vegas, guys. Who
Of course
cares?
it's
Yeah,
Vegas.
nobody cares.
It's fine.
Anyway, we're going for Patty's birthday. Just so everybody knows, we're going for Patty's birthday. Her birthday's coming up. It's April 29th. Make sure you tell
Oh
her
my
happy
God,
birthday. I
shut
know.
up.
I love it. Now everybody knows. We're going for Patty's birthday. I'm excited. Anyway, so that's what's coming up for us, guys. And then, holy cow, no more hockey. Well, that's not true. We'll have playoff hockey to talk about, but no more torrent
No more
hockey to
torn
talk.
hockey.
But we will definitely um we'll definitely talk about playoff hockey, obviously. We did it last year before we even had a team, or before we had, no, it was after we had a team
It was
announced.
after we had a team announced
Yeah,
because
but
we just
yeah,
got the
that's true.
podcast and we
That's
got the
true.
team announced, but we did talk
We did
about
talk about
playoffs for a
playoff
little
hockey.
bit.
So we'll do.
But we were
And I
newbies
was
in
like, we'll
it.
do much better. I was just
Green
gonna
behind the
say,
ears.
I was just gonna say, we'll do a lot better job of it. We'll take notes. We'll do a lot better
We'll
job of
write
it
down
this year.
names.
Yes. We'll do a lot better job of it this year than we did last year, we promise. But anyway, and then the other big news, I think, in May is May 2nd and 16th. We're going to be attending the final two home games for the Seattle Majestic. So
Yeah.
that's going to be happening too. Um, yeah.
Yeah. And we have the Seattle Pride.
Yeah, Seattle Pride's coming up, guys. That's a big deal. That's June. That is a long time
I
before then.
know. But there no, the Pride tournament.
Oh, Seattle Pride Classic. That's also
Yeah.
in June.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Seattle
Wow,
Pride
June's
Classic.
busy.
Seattle Pride Classic is also in June, but we will be talking about that, and we could talk about this now. We are actually going to have them on the podcast, just like we did for the Seattle Women's Hockey Club for the Puck Place Market Tournament. We're going to have Seattle Pride Hockey Club on the podcast to talk about the tournament and get everybody hyped
Get you
up for
excited
that.
about
Yeah,
it.
absolutely, and learn more about it because, like, I think that's too because we're newbies in the community and newbies, to this hockey community. It's like we are learning too, so we love having people on and getting to talk to them about like what's
Absolutely.
going on. So, okay. What's your last words, dear?
Wow, I have not thought about that.
No.
I really haven't. But
Ah!
just I think heart.
Mm,
Heart is my last word because our hearts were with you tonight, CJ, and it was heartbreaking to lose, but heartwarming just to see all the love pouring out for you. So heart.
yeah. And we love this team. Like win, lose or draw, we love this team,
Hands
guys.
down.
And
100%.
it was a fun game to watch. It was heartbreaking to lose this game. The last 3 minutes were rough. But besides that, it was a really fun game to watch,
Yeah.
honestly. It was very exciting. We were in it. And Patty ran the stairs
5 times.
5 times.
I loved it. And I was ready to go again on one of those empty netters. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
guys. So
getting
here's the deal. Torrent, all of our Torrent goal scorers, we only have two more games. So she wants to run the stairs as
a lot.
many times as she can in the next two
Please.
games because it's going to be a whole, I don't know, 6 months plus before you get to run those stairs again. So yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. But anyway, okay, guys. Yeah, we're gonna call it a night because this one's long enough as it is. But
Yeah.
we love you guys. We love the Torrent. We love the fans. It was good being home with everybody tonight. We're excited about doing it again on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that's the show. Tune in next time for another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.